Hello everyone, it's Kane Weather here. Today we talk about the severe weather threat that's going to be going on today and tomorrow, which tomorrow's threat is very widespread. I definitely do think it could be upgraded to an enhanced risk from a slight risk. We definitely do have a 5% tornado risk tomorrow and a 2% tornado risk today, and a slight risk today, which you're looking at right now. So you definitely want to stay tuned for today's video. And I'm going to show you the future track, radar, and CAPE. So definitely want to stay tuned for today's video. And check the description for some timestamps because I'm going to be talking about a lot of things in today's video. So check out the description for certain things I talk about in weather for today's video. But other than that, let's get into today's video. So starting off with today's threat, we do have a slight risk for severe weather today in parts of Colorado, New Mexico, only like 2 counties in Oklahoma there, and Texas, and a little bit of Kansas there. Definitely have a slight risk. So wind gusts 40 to 60 mile per hour possible, and large hail and damaging winds. Also, a marginal risk surrounding that, definitely including the city of Denver. You guys need to be on alert for some storms, but definitely a lower threat. Also, another marginal risk over here for severe weather in parts of North Dakota and Montana there. Also have another marginal risk right here for some severe weather right here. Very widespread marginal risk over here. Definitely could see some storms, but definitely a lesser chance. And if we do, they're going to be not so strong storms. But yes, definitely a slight risk today for some severe weather. So yes, that definitely is a slight risk. Before getting any further into the weather, I would ask that you do subscribe and leave a like if you like weather-related videos. But without further ado, let's get into the tornado threat for today. So this is today's tornado threat. As you can see on screen right now, we do have a 2% tornado threat for today, including parts of Oklahoma, parts of Colorado, and a little bit of New Mexico. Just a little bit of New Mexico right there. Like 1 county in New Mexico is included in this. But definitely, if you live in this area here, definitely be on alert for some tornadoes to form. Just because there's a very low threat and not that big of an area doesn't mean you won't see any tornadoes in this area here. So definitely be on alert for some tornadoes to be possible today. But yes, that is our tornado threat today. So again, very low, but doesn't mean you won't see one. So let's go ahead and take a look here at our hail threat today for some, let's see, for some large hail today. So yes, we will see the largest hail in the circled area right now that I'm circling. Yeah, that's parts of Colorado. Just a tiny bit of New Mexico right there, and Oklahoma there. Oklahoma's panhandle there. And we also see a 15% risk for some large hail in this circled area right here, in parts of Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas there, all included in that one. And we also have a 5% risk right here surrounding that. You see the screen shade area. Another 5% risk in this area up here in parts of North Dakota and Montana, and another 5% over here. So yes, definitely could see some hail in all three of those areas, but our most probable place for seeing some hail will be right here in this yellow shade area, where we do have a 15% risk. Well, let's go ahead and take a look here at our wind threat. Because the wind threat is a big threat right here. Definitely could see some wind possible, but this is almost identical to the wind hail threat over here, as well as this and these two 5% risk and that 15% risk. But one of the major differences is this 5% risk over here for wind is way more widespread, includes a lot more states, very widespread right there. And you see in that green shaded area, that's our 5% risk for some wind. Sorry, if you do have winds, it'll be not so gusty, but still could see some winds and really gusty winds right here in this yellow shaded area. That's where you can see the most probable risk. But definitely, just a second, I want to check something. Yes, definitely, bigger concern will be hail, but definitely a big concern for wind as well. So, um, let's go ahead and quickly look at tomorrow's threat. Then I'll get into the future radar and stuff because I need to explain tomorrow's threat before I get into the future radar, just so you guys know that where the risk is. So we definitely do have a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow. Very widespread slight risk. Definitely do think it could be bumped up to an enhanced risk at any time. Definitely very widespread and a 5% tornado risk inside of this. Definitely, that's the reason why I think it could be bumped up to an enhanced risk. Definitely do have a very widespread slight risk for tomorrow. Also have a very widespread marginal risk, including the city of Denver and the Twin Cities. So the Twin Cities, you guys are included. You guys need to be weather aware, but again, smaller storms. But again, in this very widespread slight risk, wind gusts 40 to 60 miles per hour possible, and very large hail and damaging winds possible in that risk. We also have another marginal risk right here in the northeast. So starting from like South Carolina going all the way up to New Hampshire, definitely do have a marginal risk for severe weather in that area for tomorrow. Again, one more time, slight risk. So let's go and take a look at the very, very widespread 5% tornado risk. This is going to be pretty bad day tomorrow because we definitely do have a very widespread tornado risk for tomorrow, as you can see right here. So yes, definitely very widespread 5% tornado risk. Very widespread, big risk for tornadoes here. Definitely have a way to get those alerts. Have those phones not be on mute because this could be an overnight situation here, and we could see some large tornadoes overnight. Also, a threat for tornadoes here in the 2%. And once again, just because you're in a 2% and not a bigger threat, doesn't mean you won't see a tornado at all. So definitely have a way to get those alerts. And a 2% does include the Twin Cities, so you guys need to be on alert. So that is our threat. Again, one more time, 5% tornado risk, very widespread 5% risk. So definitely be on alert for some severe weather. So let's go ahead and quickly look at our hail threat, sorry. Again, this is almost identical to the slight risk here. Again, we have a 15% hail threat for tomorrow. Also a 5% risk, including the Twin Cities right here, for some large hail again. This is almost identical, but you don't have this anywhere else. This is only in this area right here. So let's go ahead and take a look here at our wind threat. And you'll notice this is almost identical to the hail threat. You have one right here, and you have another one right here. 5% and 15% risk. And they're almost in the same areas, but the only difference is if you look in the northeast, that is where we have some severe weather as well. That is our 5% risk for seeing some very damaging winds there. Definitely could see some winds back there. Definitely move any pots in, any cushions in. Move your cars in the garage if they can get hailed on, and move any pots or cushions or anything that could blow away that's outside of your home. You don't want them to get damaged or blown over. Definitely move those in a wind protected area. So let's go ahead and now take a look at our future models here. Now that you know all the risks, so definitely this is going to be our future models, and could see some big with severe weather. So this is about 6 a.m. today, so we already passed this mark. It's about noon today, not that far away. So again, not that much that we're seeing. This is about 6 o'clock tonight, and this is about midnight. Where we definitely start to see those storms start to fire up where we saw that slight risk today. Definitely see those storms start to fire up at that time. And you see some storms also start to fire up where we saw that marginal risk today. Definitely the storms starting to fire up where the risks are. And then this is about 6 a.m. Again, overnight situation. They start to move into one little storm there, but a very strong storm right there in Oklahoma there, in parts of Kansas and Oklahoma, sorry. Yes, those two states there. And then that starts to move away. But then this is a day where we had that very widespread slight risk, and this is going to be an overnight situation. You definitely start to see storms start to fire up in this area right here. Definitely see those storms start to fire up. Mainly, if it's in the United States, it's right here. Definitely see those storms start to fire up around midnight Tuesday. So that's Monday night, basically. But Tuesday, Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Still see those storms start to fire up here. Definitely in that slight risk area. And look at South Dakota right here. They're getting pretty big storms right there. At about 6 a.m. you start to get for your drive to work or starting a day. Definitely see some storms while that's happening. And then we're see some storms after that, but they're not part of this risk for those days. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our future track CAPE values here. So just to see how much energy we have for the storms for both of these days here. So let's wait for this to load up here, and this is going to be our future track CAPE. So again, over 2,000 kilograms of CAPE could be considered high. So definitely could see some high CAPE values. Let's see if it will be over high risk today or not. So let's start off at about um, at about 6 a.m. today. So it's about noon. So again, not that much CAPE value. So and then wow, this really starts to explode with CAPE values around um, Sunday at around 6 o'clock today. So this is 6 o'clock today. Oh, see, over 2,000. So just over 2,000, not that much. But definitely see over 2,000, but still pretty low risk for some severe weather. So, and then they really start to cape out Monday evening at about midnight right here, and that's definitely where that marginal risk. Definitely just energy for storms right there that day. But let's go and take a look here at Monday, sorry. And as you can see, we have pretty clear, but then we start to see the small cape values start to form there in parts of Minnesota and South Dakota there and a little bit of Iowa. It's definitely start to see, but look how small they are. There's even bigger cape values south. That's only like 2003 right there. And then wow, look at this. Big, way much bigger cape values right there. Um, that's about Tuesday at midnight. I'm telling you, Tuesday at midnight is when we're really gonna start to see the storms really start to fire up here. So definitely see that white right there for some big cape values to form. Definitely Tuesday at midnight is gonna be the key time for storms to start forming that day. So definitely an overnight situation can be possible. So and then we take this a little bit further here. Then the cape starts to calm down. So you will see that storms there, but the reason why they won't be that severe in the morning because we don't have enough energy for that to form. Again, let's read this cape values right there. Again, only about just one little area there over 2,000. Then we start to see 1,000s in these areas here. So much smaller cape values after that. And then, wow, this is a whole nother situation here after that. But yes, definitely, that's our cape values. If you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like. One more time, a very widespread slight risk tomorrow with a 5% tornado risk. I'm going to go and check and see if the Storm Prediction Center did update it. And no, they did not yet. But definitely, they could update it anytime right now. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like. If you have any questions about the weather, leave them in the comment section below. I should be able to answer them. But see that red subscribe button right there? Click on that to subscribe and turn on all post notifications so you get updated on the latest severe weather information. But leave a like, subscribe, stay safe, stay weather aware because we have a 5% tornado risk tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!